Well, good afternoon, my beauties, from Universal Studios, Florida. It has been a day since I was last here. Now, really quickly, one thing you may have noticed is the camera quality is a lot different. Basically, I'm using the G7X. After almost 2 years, you could probably see some of the dust on the lens. That's how long it's been since I've used this thing. So basically, the 90D, which is my main camera, is broken, if you will. Basically, the microphone jack broke midday when I was at Epcot, which of course made me very upset. So I did have to send it in a couple days ago to get fixed. Now, I don't know when it's gonna come back. I'm hoping they just send me a brand new camera instead of the same one, but who knows? So for the foreseeable future, all new vlogs will be filmed with this thing. But I should mention that it is also Mardi Gras at Universal. Now, this is my very first Mardi Gras event, and to be honest, this is my first time coming to Universal as a guest for Mardi Gras, so this is gonna be exciting.
Press on real quick and have a wonderful day. Enjoy.
Now, because it is Mardi Gras, crowds are a little bit heavier than they were a little bit ago, but they're definitely not as bad as they were during the holidays. So, we're gonna start at what I think is gonna be everyone's favorite stand, the beignet stand. I've had one beignet, but it was cold, so we're gonna get fresh ones this time. Thank you very much. A little small, but they smell pretty good. Now, for those who don't know, beignets are literally just fried dough, just like drenched in powdered sugar. Like, can you see all of that in there? That's kind of disgusting. So I know this is going to be an absolute mess, but oh, they're very warm. Yeah, like, look at all that powdered sugar on there. My goodness. Okay, do we just go full on with this thing? Okay. I can feel my teeth rotting away with all that powdered sugar. Now, look at my fingers, like, it doesn't look like much, but looking at all that in there. Now, in a more serious manner, these are basically like mini funnel cakes. At least that's what these taste like to me. They're not really life-changing, but they're still great. Oh, really good. So I made it from the beignet stand all the way to Transformers, and yeah, they're gone. These were fantastic. Yeah, we'll give them a 10 out of 10 just because they're beignets. Now, I still have yet to try, you know, let's toss this. I mean, look at all that powdered sugar. That's disgusting. I still have yet to try the beignets from Port Orleans French Quarter. I've heard those are fantastic. So maybe tomorrow we'll go over there. You know, let's go in Sahara for a little bit. Now, something that I should mention is that for the past maybe 3 weeks, this store has since been transformed into what they're calling the Monsters Tribute Store. So this is basically gonna be a nice little mini Monsters pop-up store for the duration of the Revenge of the Monkey refurbishment. Now, in terms of the merchandise, starting off, we do have a lot of the like original like OG Sahara merchandise, like obviously from the Mummy and whatnot. So like as you can see, we saw the little plush doggies and kitties. As much as I love dogs, I think the cat is a lot cuter. The moving forward a little bit, you see we have the original Mummy. Then over here we have our little creature from the Black Lagoon area. You can see him up there. He looks really cool actually. So as you can see, we got a nice little coffin. And yeah, you can do a little photo of you being dead, I guess. I mean, I can't really do this given that I have a camera on me. And then we have some decent merchandise over here. So we have some figures, we got some coffee. Now this coffee is from HHN, so I take it they didn't sell that much of this coffee, so they brought it over here, because why not? We also have some candles. So this is the Sahara Sunset candle. Now, this is my favorite candle. Oh, it smells so good. It's like, it has like a citrusy scent to it, and I love it. Then we have some purses and bags over here. Now, I'm not really a fan of these bags and whatnot, because they just feel like very like cheap and rubbery. And then we make our way over here. We have the Wolfman's little area. Now, my favorite part about this is this carriage. Now, if you've been in the Halloween Horror Nights Tribute store last year, you'll know that this carriage used to house Shady Brooke, the escaped convict guy who constantly moaned like a weirdo. So they brought it over here. Then we also have this interesting fortune teller. Now, if you watched Kevin's tour of this, you'll know we tried this out, and it didn't like talk or like move or anything. It just printed out a little piece of paper giving like the cheesiest little fortune. It was weird. Over here we have the Bride of Frankenstein area. So up there, as you can see, she's kind of far away. But you have the bride up there, and then you have Frankenstein being resurrected, if you will. Then coming over here, we have Dracula's lair. And then we also have the Invisible Man. Now, this strikes me as kind of odd because if he's supposed to be invisible, then why is his hair sticking out like that? Now, I do want to show y'all my favorite pieces of merchandise, the t-shirts, decks, and hoodies. Now, these ones are made by a, I guess, very popular artist. What's his name? Tristan Eaton. So I guess this guy is apparently very well received in Hollywood. So they brought some of his merchandise over here. But look at these decks right here. Yes, they look really cool. But if we zoom in a little bit closer, they're $125 each. No thank you. Like, let's be honest, if it'll focus, if these came with the wheels, then maybe the price would be justified. But they don't, it's just the decks. Now, obviously that was the Bride one. Over here, we have the Frankenstein one. Again, they look really cool, still $125. And then we also have what are most definitely the most expensive hoodies on Universal property. So this is the front, as you can see, Centuries of Passion. Is that Creature? Yep, I think that's Creature. But then if we turn it around, hang it back up. So this is supposed to be how they're hung in the first place, with the large graphic facing you, the audience. So yeah, pretty cool graphic actually. But if we find the price tag, oh man, this is so cringe. Let's see, will it focus? $90 for a hoodie. Then over here, we have our nice little mold machine. So this one is going to be Frankenstein. Now, I don't know if this was ever here on property before, but he looks pretty cool, if he'll focus. So that's the thing I hate about this camera, is that it takes forever to focus. Alrighty, I think it is time we go into the tribute store. If this stupid camera will focus, please. I'm not asking for much, please just focus. Okay, where were we? See if there's anything new within the last like 2 days of working here. Nothing really. I mean, there is a new table in here, housing basically a lot of the non-shirts and stuff. All right, see what we got in room 2. Anything? Still got the same masks and whatnot. But see, it's like I could pay $6 a piece for these beads, or I could just try and catch some beads tonight for free. Okay, I know these are like for women, but I would not mind wearing one of these just to act like an idiot. And then room 3, the Planet Mardi Gras merchandise and whatnot. I actually didn't show y'all this poster from day 1. This is really cool, actually. Here is today's case line. Now, I know it doesn't look like there's much, and you'd be right, but thankfully, that's why I came here on day 1 to film it. So, any future filmings of the case line are pretty much useless. And again, just in terms of merchandise, we got the same stuff. I mean, I'm still debating the AP shirt, because again, I am not only a team member, but I'm also an annual pass holder, so it is kind of fitting. Alright, well, here's our next food stand. Now, I am looking at, let's go over here, the Shrimp Gumbo with rice. That's it right there. That looks phenomenal. I'm gonna get it. Oh man, that actually looks pretty good. Thank you very much. Alright, so our first real piece of food, we got the Shrimp Gumbo with rice. Now, I don't really know like what the exact details of this are, except the fact that it's obviously shrimp and rice, 2 things of which I love. Now, it smells delicious, and it also looks pretty good, so I'm excited about this one. We got the camera propped up nice and neat. I think I'd rather use a fork for this, but it looks like they only had spoons, so let's see, we got some of the shrimp. I don't even know what that is. Like, can you kind of see that? I'm trying to not let it fall. Let's get some of the shrimp and rice, baby. Oh man, that's really good. That is amazing. Yeah, I think it would taste better if it was eaten with a fork, but that might just be me. And then we also have the Category 5 punch. Now, I don't really want to give out all the details of this, because quite frankly, I don't really know. All I know is that it's a mix of a bunch of alcohols and juices, and it looks pretty decent, so let's try it. Oh man, that's good, but that is strong. Oh yeah, that is something. That is something. All right, found another food stand. Let's see what they have over here, because I'm down to try a decent amount of items from this event. So let's look at our items here. I'm eyeing this ube ice cream bubble waffle. Kevin tried this in his vlog. He said it was pretty good, so I think we'll get it. I will say too, in terms of just design, this is actually a really cool looking food cart. Thank you, love. Oh my goodness, this looks good. I'm actually excited about this one. Like, can you hear the pop rocks in there? That's nuts. All right, so we have the ube ice cream bubble waffle thing. Now, if you don't know what ube is, it's basically purple sweet potato. Now, I love sweet potatoes, and if you've ever watched Steven Universe, you'll probably know very well what ube is. Now, I guess we start with like the pocky sticks. I haven't had pocky in a while, so. Okay, pocky sticks are good. Alrighty, so I kind of have the camera propped up, but I probably should have opened my utensils a while ago. Let's see. Sucks that they only give a fork. Oh, it's probably necessary for the waffle. Let's give this ice cream a go. I'm excited about this. I love sweet potatoes. That is really good ice cream. Then you got the Pop Rocks and like the little mini marshmallows on it too. That's really good. I like it. I'm giving this a 10. I'm giving this a 10 because I love sweet potatoes. I love ice cream, even though I haven't had ice cream in a while, mind you. Yeah, this is excellent. But then there's also the bubble waffle. So this is matcha. I should probably get a much bigger bite. I mean, it tastes like the Nutri-Grain waffles if you've ever had those. Nothing life-changing, but the ice cream on the other hand, the ice cream is good. All right, let's give a little quick mini review of that bubble waffle. Oh my gosh, I'm giving that a 10 out of 10 all day. Because again, I love sweet potatoes. They got me with that. The bubble waffle was actually pretty decent. Now, it didn't really taste that different from like a regular waffle, if you will. That's why I compared it to like those Nutri-Grain waffles, if you've ever had those ones. But yeah, just that ice cream alone was enough to sell me on it. Like, oh my gosh. I could get another one right now if I wanted to. All right, here we are. Islands of Adventure. And me terrible British accent. All right, let's see. The hour and 12-minute adventure begins. It actually looks like a decent amount of people are leaving the park, probably so they can catch the Mardi Gras parade. Now, for those wondering, yes, I have seen the parade multiple times now, but I'm waiting until the 90D comes back to actually get like a good POV of the parade. All right, I've got this evening perfectly planned out. So we're gonna start with the Hulk, then we're gonna make our way all the way over to Hogwarts to go on the Forbidden Journey. Then we're gonna end the day with Hagrid's. Sound like a plan? Alrighty, if the camera will focus, I will see y'all in a little bit. Alright, so in terms of the Hulk, that was great. I had a lot of fun on that. Got front row. That's the great thing about Universal, is that you can request row 1 however many times you want, but I will say there are those times where it may depend on crowds too, so if it's a little busy, don't be upset if they don't put you in the front row. So, if you watched my second to last Universal vlog, you'll know that I made a little bet with y'all that if the video got 10 likes, I would go on Dudley Do Right 3 times in a row. Now, safe to say, I did lose that bet. Not gonna lie, not gonna beat around the bush, but I will say checkmate too, because Dudley Do Right is closed until I believe February 25th. So yeah, 11 more days. And how Siri thought I was saying "Hey Siri" from all of that, I don't even know.
I like the big body burger.
So yeah, I think all of these people right here are getting their spots for the little fireworks projection show that they do. I've seen it before. It's pretty good, pretty decent, but I just want to go on the Forbidden Journey. Alrighty, yeah, this shouldn't take long. I'll see you all in a bit. Alrighty, let's talk about Forbidden Journey. So, it's a fun ride, but if you're intoxicated like myself, it's an experience. That's the one ride where I can safely say, if you have a weak stomach, do not ride it. I promise you, it is not worth it. Alrighty, we're gonna end the day with Hagrid's. It's an 80-minute wait, but we'll see how that goes, given that we're nearing park closing. I'm excited.
Don't mind the Thestrals. Dead clever and useful they are. Right, off you go. We'll meet at the edge of the Forbidden Forest. I'll have to round up the screws before they set fire to anything else. They just don't know what they're doing.
Oh boy.
Galloping Dorgals. marks on where his points. No, don't panic. I'll just, Oh, no. Looks like you've lost power. I got you. Don't worry. Reparo. Sorry, I never was great shakes at magic. Oh, crikey. You're tangled in devil's snare. Repeat. Lumos Solen after me. Lumos Solen. Well, that was close. Oh, you found my missing screws. Best be getting you out of here before you get blasted. Now, hit those purple buttons. Dragonfire's got a big. Well, I'll be. There's a unicorn. And look, she's a mum. Ruddy lucky thing to see such a sight in the wild.